If you want some crazy cheap games and of course GTA shark cards, head on down to G2A in the description and use code BOSS for an extra discount. Hey, how's it going, guys? MrBossFTW here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be doing another Q&A video where I take your questions from Twitter and I answer them all in this video. Now, in today's Q&A, we're going to be talking about Grand Theft Auto Online DLCs, an upcoming anniversary for Grand Theft Auto 5, and what big things Rockstar Games might have next. Now, if you want to get involved in the next Q&A video, all you have to do is go down in the description, follow me on Twitter, the link is there, and I always ask once or twice a week when I do these Q&A videos, and I take the best questions and I feature you guys in the video, which is something I love doing, getting you guys involved in my videos. So that's a great way, but with out of the way, let's get it started. So as I always do with the first question, I extend it to you guys, meaning right now I want you to reply in the comments section to this question, which comes from Monkeys That Fly, and he says, do you think there will be other two-parter DLCs just like the IGG or Ill-Gotten Gains? Now, that is a very good question because that was actually a first for Rockstar Games in terms of Grand Theft Auto Online, a two-part DLC, and honestly, I'm really not too sure. I think that Rockstar developed the Ill-Gotten Gains, and then when they were about to release it, they said, whoa, that is a lot of content, because if you combine the content together, I think it was 12 new vehicles, it would have been 3 weapons in total, all the new clothing. That is a ton for one DLC. So I really just think that Rockstar split it down the middle and said, hey, we'll make this a two-part DLC where we release them back-to-back months. And I really do think that was a good idea, but I think it was also a one-off thing. I think as far as we're going forward in the future, Rockstar are going to make that DLC, and that's going to be it. I think the theme for Ill-Gotten Gains worked really well, where they were able to split it up into 2 parts. The luxury theme, I think, worked really great. But I think going forward, we won't see those just because I don't know how the public liked it or the GTA Online community liked it as much. But we'll see. I guess I'll leave it up to you guys in the discussion if you would like to see a 2-parter DLC. Let me know what you think. So surprisingly, I got a lot of questions regarding mansions, and I got 2 of them. One of them from Gibby905. He says, how much do you think mansions will cost if we ever get them? And then I got a follow-up question from Derpy McDerp, who says, do you think we'll be able to have private helipads in our mansions if we ever get them? Now, those are 2 very good questions, and I imagine that if Rockstar does ever add mansions into Grand Theft Auto Online, which I know is something we have wanted as a community for a while now, those beautiful Rockford Hills homes are just sitting there waiting for us to take them, and for whatever reason, it's just not in Rockstar's plans as of yet. But I think they're going to be very, very expensive. If we know Rockstar, we know that rarity means a lot to them. So these expensive luxury mansions, I could easily see being $3 or $4 or $5 or $6 million, very similarly to the stuff we saw in Ill-Gotten Gains. Now, to answer the second question, if they will have private helipads, I sure hope so. I would think that if we were paying that much for mansions, that they would have features that the other apartments might not have, like the ability to call Pegasus vehicles to that, or the ability to store helicopters there. Something needs to happen where it makes it worth our money to buy those extra places to live. If they're going to be just like the apartments, then it doesn't make any sense. It needs to either have a helipad or a bigger garage or a different interior or different style garage, something that makes it worthwhile to actually buy the mansion. Those are really good questions. Our next question comes from Lucas, and he says, would you like it if Rockstar made a sandbox mode where you could turn off cops, traffic, etc.? I really do think that that would be awesome. I know a lot of people want a sandbox mode. I really see nothing wrong with it, especially if you're not harming anyone else in Grand Theft Auto Online. This would be a great way to either practice stunts or try things that you couldn't normally do, like I said, due to cops or traffic. So yes, I think it would be awesome, but I just don't think Rockstar has plans to implement in the game, sadly, because I can see a lot of awesome people getting really creative with it and just coming up with some super epic things to do. Our next question comes from Codzilla, and he says, do you think Rockstar will celebrate the 2-year anniversary of Grand Theft Auto 5's release date in any way? That's right, we kind of are creeping up on the original release of Grand Theft Auto 5, which was September 17th. 2013, Rockstar's Grand Theft Auto 5 is about to be 2 years old, which is crazy, and I think they might do something special, but if I remember, for the 1-year anniversary, they didn't do anything special. Now, that might have been because they already had a release date for the next generation consoles version of that for PS4 and Xbox One. So hopefully this year they do something special, even if it's just a little birthday hat that we could get in Grand Theft Auto Online. I think that would be super cool and a nice little knickknack that we could have to remember the 2-year anniversary. Hopefully it's something special, but if not, I will not be surprised. Next question comes from Spud the Patty 69, and he says, do you think Rockstar have something big planned with all the money events they've given us over the past month? That's a really good question, Spud, because yes, Rockstar have been doing a ton of double RP and double money heists. In fact, they did 4 of them, which is absolute insane. So I do think something big is coming. I don't know if it's going to be on the same level of ill-gotten gains in terms of price, but I do think that Rockstar's given us this money for a reason. I think they wanted us to build back up our wallets from ill-gotten gains so that we could be able to afford what's possibly coming next in a DLC or maybe even something brand new for Grand Theft Auto Online. We're just going to have to wait for Rockstar to see what they have to come up with. James Sanford says, do you think Rockstar will add bulletproof windscreens for cars? I wish that was an option because I get shot so many times in my cars. It's crazy. But I really do think Rockstar has to be careful about that because they've only added a few armored vehicles in the game, like the Insurgent and the Kuruma, and they're also really hesitant about adding vehicles like the Duke of Death. But I really do think that would be awesome. Even if it was like $50,000 in the Los Santos custom shop, I would definitely want to pay for something like that on a few cars, especially if I knew I was going to be using them in either races or using them to kill other players in Grand Theft Auto Online. That would be like my go-to player hunting vehicle. So yeah, I think that would be cool. But again, Rockstar would just have to add that option to the LSC, and we really just have to see what they have plans for. And our final question comes from Samuel Pacas Jr., and he says, do you think Rockstar is starting to develop Grand Theft Auto 6? And yes, I do, Samuel. I talked about it the other day with the success of Grand Theft Auto 5, how it made over 54 million copies sold. And I really do think that they're already developing Grand Theft Auto 6, whether they're in the planning stage or getting all the voice actors together, or whether they're just writing the script. I think that they've already got plans for the next installment of GTA. And I really do think even when they were making GTA 5, in the back of their head, they said, okay, what's next? We got to think what's next for the Grand Theft Auto series because Grand Theft Auto 5 has been so successful. I don't need to tell you that. Rockstar knows it. The team at Take-Two know that. So I think Grand Theft Auto 6 is in development, but I wouldn't expect to hear anything about that maybe for at least a year. We'll just really have to see. Anyways, that's all the questions that I'm going to be tackling in today's Q&A. Hopefully you guys did enjoy. If you did, be sure to leave a like rating by hitting that thumbs up button. That would be amazing. And once again, go down in the description where you can follow me on Twitter if you want to get involved in the next Q&A. Be sure to subscribe as well, like I said, if you are new, and you can catch all my daily Grand Theft Auto 5 content too. With out of the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.